So I just wanted to talk to you for a very brief time about a post that I put up the other day about a lady who was recently divorced. She is an old client of mine. I worked with her for about 2 years on a one-to-one basis, and she was in the private membership group as well at the same time. She's been there for about a year, and that's where we do the really, really intense work. So what I want to say to you is this. Sometimes when we're making changes, we're expecting to see results immediately, right? And when we're making changes, it's not one big massive change. And this is something that we're going to be discussing in the workshop, the online workshop next Monday. Change is always a big part of any of my workshops. When you're making change, it's not one big massive change that you're going to make that's going to make all the difference. It's little, teeny, tiny, 1% incremental changes that we're making on a daily basis in order for us to be able to add all them together. And then in 12 months time, when we look back, we're able to say, now I can see all of those little things all added up, create this one big change. But another thing with regard to change that I wanted to say to you was this, is that don't become disheartened. Do not become disheartened when you're making the little incremental changes and you don't see results straight away. And this is where your vision comes into play, okay? When you have your vision together in your mind and written down, when you know where it is that you want to go and you know the outcomes that you want to receive from making the changes, your vision will pull you forward, okay? Always keep your vision either close to your heart, to the forefront of your mind, or written down and you are reading it regularly, okay? If you focus on the outcomes, the little small itsy bitsy changes that you're making may seem insignificant, but when they're added all together and over a long period of time, then you can say, I've done it. I have done it. It's like when you start a degree. You don't get your degree the first day you start. You get it 4 years later because you have to put in those little itsy bitsy changes and hard work over the 4 years to be able to get your degree. Okay? And it's like there's so many tools that I'm going to be going through on Monday. It's not one tool that'll make the difference. It's when you pick the ones that, yeah, that's definitely for me. That one, yeah, that one is definitely for me. When you create a little bespoke toolbox just for you, because some tools will work for some people and other tools will work for others. But you need to know and expose yourself to the possibility of new ways of thinking about things, a new way of doing things in order for you to be able to create the reality that you want for 2020. If you're not where you are right now, coming up towards the end of 2019, and we've had nearly 12 months to be able to pull off the stuff that we said we were going to do in January, and you're not there, are you really, really going to carry all of this on the inside of you and how you're feeling and the old thought patterns and the old tools that you've been using? Are you going to carry them into 2020? I hope not. We all need new tools. I am constantly investing in myself. I am constantly pushing my clients harder and harder and harder. And in actual fact, you all know that boundaries are one of my favorite topics to discuss. And it was Warrior Women. I was in Warrior Women on Monday night, and I just came up with a brand new idea that is like the third layer of boundaries. So I am constantly thinking, I'm constantly learning, as are my clients. And as soon as I have a new tool, I'm sharing it. So I would be delighted if you're one of them people who's listening to this going, yeah, that's me. I would absolutely love to see you join us on Monday night for the online, very first time online workshop. It is going to happen in a private group. When you purchase your ticket, you'll be added into the group. The workshop will be live on Monday night between 7 and 10:30. It will be, I'm going to try and do it exactly the way that we do it in the live workshops, as in person. However, I'm sure that I will mix it up some way. However, the brilliant part of this is if you're not available on Monday, that's fine. It's going to be available to you for the next 2 weeks. And if the 3.5 hours is too long for you, that's fine. you can break it down and take it in bite-sized chunks. The other brilliant part about this is that when you have completed the workshop, I'm going to enter you in then into the complimentary Unconditionally You group, where every single person who has attended my workshop is in there, and they always are asking each other questions and sharing new information, and they're carrying on their journey of self-development together. Because I swore blind that when I started this journey, when I had an opportunity to create the space for other people to learn and grow together, I would, and now I can. So I feel very blessed to be able to do that. So, oh, Amy Kelly says, it works. It absolutely works. Thanks for that, Amy. Knocking it out of the park at the moment. Trish Connolly says, warrior women, everyone should go. Thanks so much for saying that, Trish. Haven't seen you for a little while, honey. It's great to see you on. Oh my God, there's loads of you on. Okay, if you have any questions about that, because I have been receiving quite a lot of emails, people not really understanding how it's working. And you know I'm allergic to sales and I don't like it. So if you have any questions, pop them in underneath so that everybody else can see the answer, because you might be thinking it and you don't want to ask. So I shall leave it there and have an absolutely gorgeous Wednesday. Take care. Slán.